Oh, whoa, whoa! Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Fight Night, which apparently is already on the way. Lights come on, and we're instantly backstage watching Big Boss attacking PJ McNair. And look at the size difference. Clearly, Big Boss was not happy with his defeat last week, tossed into the wall there. And he has been calling him out for the last week on both Monday Night Mayhem and on Friday Fight Night, challenging him for a match in the comment section at the pay-per-view. And clearly, PJ McNair, since it wasn't clear on his answer maybe from Big Boss wanted to make sure that they met at the pay-per-view, and I think this is going to solidify that these two are going to open the Resurrection pay-per-view. This is not how I expected the show to start, and now look at this. These two brawling in the backstage, and one of our up-and-comers in the background, it looks like, having an interview in the background. Please ignore the interviewing process, I guess. But look at this. Tossing Big Boss Man across the room like it's nothing, like he's just a lightweight. Considering the size of Big Boss, he sure does go down quite easy, has to be said. And now trying to get him near that table by the looks of things, but McNair fights him off. And the two continue to brawl here. Are we heading towards the car park? It looks like we are. And look at this. Brawling in the backstage area. This is becoming slowly quite an aggressive rivalry between the two. Like I say, last week McNair just was the random selection to face Big Boss in his debut match. Oh! Onto the chair, the flapjack. Devastating impact that must have done. But McNair is not ready to give up just yet. With a big crushing victory over this man last week, and he's not letting that change this week. Discus clothesline. And McNair proving he clearly has one up on Big Boss. Even blindsided, he still manages to deal the damage. Look at this, lifting him up, the 600-pounder for a 1916. And it doesn't look like Big Boss is quite done yet, trying to get up, but McNair not letting him do it. And this is embarrassing here for the Big Boss. Decides to blindside McNair, and then all of a sudden, McNair once again is come out on top. Or coming out on top as it currently stands, but now Big Boss going to try and lead the fight back if he can. Look at this, using his height and weight advantage there with the Lufest press. And these two battling hard here. Clearly some unfinished business here, and the Big Boss trying to make the most of it. Went for a DDT, big counter again into a leg sweep by PJ McNair, who drops an elbow. Well, this is going to be the start of the pay-per-view, but for right now, it's really clear to me that PJ McNair has clearly got something. I'm not quite sure what. Maybe it's a strength advantage, maybe it's experience over the Big Boss. And now look at this, Big Boss about to be put to sleep again with the 1916. Been laid out by McNair, and he's still not through. He wants to make him pay for jumping him at the start of the show. I didn't even know we were going to come back here. Clearly we're just starting backstage. Oh, and a massive DDT. And lights out goes the Big Boss. Big start to the show, and it looks like the first match of the show is confirmed. I guess we'll actually move on to the actual show now. Well, it looks like we have further delays before tonight's opening match, as Ryan Austin, the man who will be facing Original Brad for the Heavyweight Championship, has come out to address the WIW universe. Be interested to hear what he has to say following what's going to be a big match up ahead. Didn't wrestle last week, but he did make a surprise appearance to attack Brad. So let's hear what he has to say about proceedings. Last week, I showed you all what will happen to Brad at Resurrection. Brad has you all believing that he is a total badass who is better than everyone. Well, while Brad spent his break buying new bikes and a leather jacket to try and make people think he's cool, I spent my time perfecting my craft, mastering my skills. I am the super athlete for a reason. So imagine my face when I see this wannabe tough guy pose for cameras claiming to be the best when he's not. I'm the best. And at Resurrection, when I punt Brad's head off for the second time, I will be champion. And if he wants another chance, he's going to have to actually learn how to wrestle. Oh dear. Well, it looks like original Brad isn't taking kindly to the comments that are coming out from Ryan, challenging his personal character here. And original Brad is not going to like that. He prides himself on being a one-of-a-kind original and a top-class wrestler. And Ryan has come out here and he is insulting Brad to the crowd and not to his face, which is clearly why he's come out here to see if he's willing to do that again. Original Brad has been a hot favourite to win this match. Ryan definitely coming in as the underdog, but clearly he doesn't feel that way. So let's hear what Brad has to say about what Ryan is saying about him. Impressive. How long did you spend practicing that one? Because they weren't that bad. Look, kid, last week all you did was sign your own death wish. It didn't show you were better. It didn't show I was just a guy in a leather jacket. It showed that you're a coward. But I can assure you that at Resurrection, I'll be ready for you. And I will show you how badass I really am. Brad, you can play the tough guy all you want, but I see right through you. You think in your head you are so cool and original when really all you do is copy everything that has been done before. And you think anyone else is falling for your act? They're not. I will beat you tonight in the Fatal 4-Way. I will do the same at Resurrection, because all you are is a loser. You say I'm a copy and I'm not original. At least I don't just put on a football kit from when I was 12 and strut around claiming that other people aren't as cool as me. All you are is a kick. But come Sunday, the only person you'll be kicking is yourself when I walk out the new heavyweight champion, because I'm an original and you will die a copy. And the shots coming out in full force. It's going to be a major match at Resurrection. It's time to start tonight's actual show following that backstage brawl, and we are kicking off with the Wolfpack here tonight. And that's right, Steve and Dave coming out here to get some early preparation, if possible, for their tag team matchup against the Vikings of Destiny here. They found out last week we'll be taking them on following their big victory last week. And it's only Steven in action tonight. They're going to be taking on... Steven is going to be taking on one half of the Vikings of Destiny. He will be taking on Loki in one-on-one action tonight, just to get a feel for the Vikings of Destiny. It's been quite some times before they've even encountered each other, and they will be facing each other at the pay-per-view, but now we get a slight glimpse into the future of that pay-per-view, and we'll see what Steve can do in one-on-one action with one half of the Vikings of Destiny. No Sam at ringside tonight, just David, per the request of Sam. He will be in the main event tonight. That is to be sure. He's being a part of a huge fatal four-way between all four competitors who will be participating in the singles title matches at the Resurrection pay-per-view. So their opponents tonight, it is Loki that will be facing Steven, but Noah, of course, will be at ringside like the supporting tag team partner that he is. These two have proven to be quite a dominant combination in the WIW, and as I've mentioned in the past, they have taken on everyone, they've beaten everyone. There's only one team that have ever failed to beat, and that is Up Up Down Down. They have knocked off the Wolfpack before, and they'll be looking to do it again here at the Resurrection pay-per-view if they can. It would be a big, impressive victory for them if they can. Beating the Wolfpack is no easy task, but the Vikings of Destiny will be looking to do just that if they can here. This final show before the Resurrection pay-per-view. I'm so excited for that pay-per-view, but the Monday Night Mayhem go-home show was absolutely fantastic. So the Fight Nut team, they have got some living up to do. Can they put on a good show for us all? The bell rings and underway we go. It's Steven and Loki, remember, for their respective teams with their partners at ringside, and Steven straight away with a snap suplex to get things going here. And he had him trapped in his corner for a second there, but look at that, Loki, sorry. I knew I was going to do that at least once. Loki straight away going to fight back with a suplex of his own, and now he's got him on the ground. What's he thinking here? Runs off the ropes, and there is an enziguri. And these two teams, there's a reason they have made the tag team championship match. It's because they are the most dominant tag teams in the business, and they're proving it here. There, look at the pure strength of that deadlift powerbomb there. Steve, one of the taller people in WIW, coming in at 6'7", but as you can see, the Vikings of Destiny match that height pretty well. But very few of them will match the strength of the... Yeah, very few people will match the strength of the Vikings of Destiny. But David, you have to say, surely can. We've seen David lift up some of the biggest in WIW with ease. And he's taken them all on, and the Wolfpack have taken on everyone. Of course, former tag team champions. But of course, at this pay-per-view, the past will be forgotten, and WIW will be resurrected from the disaster that it was founded upon. And there's the beautiful atomic drop there. And the Vikings are definitely off to a good start. And I think David sensed that, which is why he's come to his partner's rescue. And there's a suplex following the distraction. And straight away the Wolfpack showing they're not willing to take any prisoners for the title match. They're going to do whatever it takes. And they're going to do it quickly as possible. They're not waiting around. For the Vikings of Destiny, we know they're not ones to take forever. Oh, and they take straight to the outside. They're not ones to take all day about winning, but they are ones who like to punish their opponents. They are ones who like to destroy. We saw last week in their number one contenders match the destruction that they can cause, particularly with their knee strikes and kicks, and of course that assisted leg drop that they are famous for. And look at this, Steve has taken control here since the distraction from David. And now Steve, what's he thinking? He's got him dragging. Where's he taking him to the turnbuckle? Now going to try and wear him down. It'd be a good idea to try and do as much damage in a match like this as possible, considering in just a night or two's time, you're going to be facing them for the titles. First cover of the fight. Steve's going to go for it. It's only a 1. Not enough damage done yet, but this has been a good start to this one. And David, watching on the sidelines, he's usually the favourable one to go into these one-on-one fights. Steve tends to do more of the management role, but Steve, of course, we know how good he is. Of course, when Steve and David did face each other, Steven, of course, then went on to pick up the victory during the brief time that they were at each other's throats and could not decide what was best for business. And now look at this, on the turnbuckle, crashing him down. But since then, the Wolfpack have been on the same page, and it now looks the Vikings of Destiny getting on the same page, trying to help his partner out, trying to slow down Steve if he can, but Steve is in full control of this one, thanks to the distraction from David. And there's a power plant down. And look at this, rolling out of harm's way, giving himself some breathing room. And now might be able to capitalize that as he springs back into the ring. And now look at this, to the top rope. Might be looking for some big impact here. Loki trying to do the damage. What's he thinking? Gets him up. Double underhook. Looking for a double underhook. Superplex. Big connection. And Dave even had to look away on that one. Big connection down. That could be enough, you know. 1, 2. Oh, no. It's only a 1. A big connection there from Loki. And now the tide may turn back in the favor that it started with the Vikings of Destiny. Distraction didn't do much, but that very smart tactic to roll out of harm's way definitely did something here for Loki. And now trying to fight back as much as he can. And now, hold on a minute, looking for the big knee. Big connection. And look at this, David distracting the ref as Loki goes for the cover. And the referee isn't looking to make the cover. A big save by David, but that might not be the end of Steven's troubles. Because now look at this, looking for an explosive suplex. And this is not where you want to be. You cannot afford to let the Vikings of Destiny take control of a matchup, whether it be one of them or two of them. They are too powerful and too dominant to give them control, which is why Steve and David were clever to get the control when they could. And look at this, David once again trying to distract him, wasn't able to. Oh, and a big slam down. And David could be close to ejection here. Big flying senton. David could be very close to being ejected from this match. He's getting way too involved. And Steve, as much as he needs it right now, is not benefiting from it because the Vikings of Destiny are not paying any attention to what David is doing right now. Steve trying to roll out of harm's way. Can he capitalize on the space he has? He rolls him up. Look at this. Super kick. That lethal roll-up super kick. And it's busted open. One of the Vikings, and now it looks like Noah trying to help his teammate out there, distracting the ref. He thought he might have gone for the cover. But I think that was a false alarm. But look at this. Raking of the eyes there from Steve. A cheap shot. And now what's Steve thinking? Looking for the pedigree. Connection. To perfection there. And now dragging to the middle of the ring. And it looks like they might be able to pick up the victory here. Is that cover going to be enough? Oh, wait. Oh, no, a distraction. The ref is distracted, and that was the win, you feel. And I think that's what the mutual feeling was there. And look at this, looking for the 450 from the middle rope. Well, the Wolfpack in thorough control now, but they have had to fight hard in this one. The Vikings of Destiny, they just carry their momentum in waves. And the Wolfpack just trying to do anything it takes to keep these big men down. And Steven just trying to wear him down, injure him if he can. And he's clearly done some damage. The busted open face of Loki. That's what the Wolfpack want heading in to their big match at the pay-per-view. But look at this, Loki still fighting back. The blood seems not to be phasing him at all. Still fighting on here. Went for a double axe handle, but Steve caught him into a fireman's carry. Looking for a spring off the ropes. And straight into the cover off it. He is weakened. One. Oh, the chair just came rolling in there too. And there's only a two. And clearly, Noah giving some advice to his teammates. Just saying, take the L. Get out of there while you're unscathed. Steve seems pumped up right now though. Steve not ready to lose this one. Trying to prove a point here. And look at this. Boom. Big kick to the face. And David loving this on the outside. And now Steve going to the opposite side of the ropes looking for another springboard. And he does. And the referee gets the chair out of the ring. And now look at this. Steve looking for another super kick. Down on the knees. And the Wolfpack gotta be admiring what they're seeing. Sam must be loving this, watching on the television screen from backstage. Steve is in full control right now, and we could be close to the end. Steve's lining it up. What's he thinking? Looking for another pedigree. This will wrap it up. Big connection on the pedigree. And this one is going to end up in a Wolfpack victory. Put it in the books. Steve Thomas knocks off. Wait, no! He kicks out on his own accord. No save from Noah this time, but Loki still fights on. Look at that. Steven is not happy. He is not happy. How has Loki still kept fighting in this one? And now Steve once again working on that already busted open head. Look at the blood coming from Loki. And yet he fights on. Steve to the top rope. Big frog splash. And I don't know what else Steve can do. The pedigree clearly isn't working. The super kicks didn't work. Nothing is keeping this monster down. Looking for Dice Bread and a big connection there. Straight into the cover. Oh, and a save needed. Clearly the save was needed there. Noah once again getting himself involved. And all of a sudden, clearly signs of struggle for the Vikings of Destiny. Clearly Noah doesn't feel like he's got anything left, but can you look at him? Look at his partner. You can almost see his brains being splattered across his face. Another eye rake. And the blood might be even coming from his eyes at this point with the eye rakes. And Steve is in thorough control, and you've got to give David a huge assist for getting him into the position that he's in. But Steve, as usual, has fought valiantly here. And now looking for a big German superplex. Big connection. And that could be enough if Steve's going to put him away. Go and flip him over into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Big, big win for Steve and the Wolfpack. The superplex off the top rope. Finally did enough to keep the big man down. He fought on valiantly. He had a great start to the match, and there was the need to suggest that. But then from the distraction from Dave following it, the pedigree came in. It took a hell of a lot to keep this giant of a man down, and it took 2 pedigrees, 2 super kicks, and a massive superplex off the top rope, and even that struggled to keep him down for good. And Steven picks up a huge one-on-one victory here against Loki. The question is, can the Wolfpack repeat their success tonight and claim the tag team championships if possible? It's a big fight here tonight for Steve, but can the Wolfpack beat the Vikings of Destiny at the pay-per-view and capture the tag team titles? Let's move on down the rest of the card. Next on the card tonight, we have a match between 2 people who didn't quite make it to the pay-per-view, but deserve honourable mentions because they were both kind of screwed out of their chances in very similar ways. Up first, SaLgames. No reason to explain, of course, why he was screwed out of his chance, but to the general manager's credit, he did give him a second chance at Original Brad in last week's steel cage match. But in the end, Brad proved to be too much for the Brawler SaLgames. But of course, the former television champion is going to be eyeing Sam if he walks out of the pay-per-view with the television championship. Of course, King Sam will be taking on Travis, and he must have a lot of built-up anger and aggression towards Sam after that one. A big disappointing defeat, but tonight he gets to show himself off here in this one-on-one matchup. Won't be at the pay-per-view, as neither will his opponent be, but it's worth showing off how good these guys are because they are 2 top quality superstars, because we only take the best here on WIW. Sometimes we make mistakes, we have done in the past, but we only take the best here. And his opponent tonight lost out on the World Championship to the man who went on to go to the finals, which was Original Brad, who will be facing Ryan for the heavyweight title, as we saw the words between the 2 there. And then, of course, the week prior to that, faced Travis for a chance at the television championship, and Travis screwed him over on that occasion as well by using his bodyguards to get him through to that final hurdle. And this man is Liam Connors. Hasn't had the greatest of starts here in WIW, but it is crucial that he starts picking up wins, and he does them as early as possible, which is why the general manager is giving him every opportunity to do so tonight, taking on SaLgames. Still a tough opponent. He wants to test him, he wants to push him to his limits and see what he is capable of and what he's not capable of. But Liam Connors has impressed so far, just can't pick up the pinfall, which is the most important part of any fight, and that is the be-all and end-all of it. So tonight he gets a chance to get a win on the record here, and Liam Connors and SaLgames is going to be a great matchup. These 2, like I say, ended up out of the pay-per-view in very similar ways. So tonight they're going to want to prove themselves, push themselves to the limit. Bell rings, underway. This is going to be a fantastic contest. And look at this, straight into a collar and elbow tie-up, and Connors backing him up into the corner there. And the referee is going to have to break that one up. He's not releasing any hold, and just feeling each other out here. It's a process. Oh, look at this. Liam Connors there, straight back into the action there with several backbreakers, and then tossing him across the ring. And Liam Connors, as you say, he's looked impressive. He's got a fantastic variety of moves that combine speed, power, acrobatics. He's a fantastic fighter. He just hasn't found the luck he needs to get himself over that final hurdle. But as for SaLgames, of course, made a big impact on his return after knocking off King Sam, but that ended up making a target for his own back. And look at him here. Beautiful move there, using the middle rope to his advantage. That left the target for his own back, which then caused him being blindsided by King Sam, who tried to replace him. And of course, that did not work out in his favour. Oh, look at that. Nearly taking the whole ropes down there, used by bouncing him off the ropes with that suplex. But he's made big strides, he's made a big impact. Last week couldn't pick up the big victory he needed to go to the world title fight. There's the big spine buster. And look at this, SaLgames off to a really good start in this one. Liam Connors tried to get early control, but SaLgames straight away regaining any type of lack of control in this fight. Connors trying to fight back though with beautiful reversals here. And now look at this, a shot and an elbow. Nice little combination there. And now while he's down, needs to take advantage. Sal is in control. Connors can't afford to let this match slip away from him as well. Not much on the line tonight, so let's see what he does while the pressure is off. So far, all of these fights have been for titles, title opportunities. Tonight he gets a one-on-one chance against someone who also doesn't have it. This is a clean fight. This is a big opportunity for Liam Connors. Can he pick up the win? He needs to. And against someone like SaLgames, that's going to go a long way to proving your place here in WIW. Look at that running spear off the rebound of the ropes. And SaLgames in a bit of trouble here. It's looking. We are so close to the pay-per-view. And I'm really looking forward to it. Be sure to vote for your superstar of the month. It can be anyone you like. One rule, if you are on the show, do not vote for yourself. Liam Connors going to go for the cover here, and it's only going to be a 1 count. Be sure to vote for anyone. As long as it's not yourself, voting will close after the first Friday fight night of following the Resurrection pay-per-view. And now Liam Connors looking for a springboard, just miscalculated. I think Sal just managed to bounce out of the, deflect out of the way of that one. And now Connors back to his feet, didn't let that punch phase him. And now's got him trapped in the corner. Takes him to the top. What's he thinking? Hold on a minute. What's Liam Connors going to do here? Gets him up. Oh, and crashing him on the top of the turnbuckle with a backbreaker. Liam Connors is rolling in this one. Back into the cover. Just looking to put SaLgames away if he can. And it's only a 2. Excuse me. And carrying on with the fight, following my illness. SaLgames trying to fight back now. There was the neck breaker with the run from the run up. And SaLgames now going to the middle rope. Trying to fight back. Had a good start and then lost control. But now trying to fight back if he can. But Liam Connors, you have to say, probably has done more of the damage here in this one. But SaLgames trying to fight back there. Some vicious elbows to the top of the head. We know how dangerous those elbows can be. And now SaLgames looking to wrap up the cover. These two just trying to get the win here and not do much else. Just a 2 count there on Liam Connors. And now SaLgames not giving him a second to recover on his own here. Getting him into the corner. What's Sal going to do? Irish whip into the corner. And then slamming him down there with a bulldog. Thought maybe he was going to go for a cover again there. Decided against it. Picks him up. Might be looking for the DDT. Big connection. Vicious DDT. As only Sal can do. 1, 2. And it's only a 2. That's SaLgames DDT. We know how lethal that is. It's taking out some of the best. But if that doesn't work, there's always a plan B for SaLgames. Scooping them up. Looking for the end. Looking for it. GTS by SaLgames. Straight into the cover. Oh, very close to the ropes. He might be able to save himself here. And no, he doesn't need it. A kick out at 2. Liam Connors refusing to lie down here. In this one. The GTS doesn't do the job. But SaLgames is confident. Look at this. This has been a back and forth affair. But now Sal is in control, but still can't get the job done. And look at that, the cheap shot. And look, Connors did not take kindly to that. And trading shots now before an Irish whip. And now once again taking him to the top. Now what's he thinking? Needs to do something big here. Clearly Liam Connors needs to be taken down in the big way. And we just saw Steve win with this move. Can he use it to his advantage? Superplex off the top rope. Could that be the key to winning all these matches tonight? It's a 2. It's no! That was the closest count yet to 3. But Connors still fights out of it. Superplex proving to be truly effective tonight. But still cannot get the job done. Liam Connors still has some fight in him. That determination really shining through right now. Snap over the shoulder. SaLgames needs to capitalize on it. If he gives Connors the room to fight back, he will. And that's why he's just wearing him down here on the ground with a chokehold. And SaLgames showing his veteran experience here in the WIW. But look at this. Liam Connors fighting back there. Several shots to the stomach, trying to find a way back in this one. Kick to the gut. Looking for the double underhook. Looking for the connection. There's the double knees. And that could have been all the opening he needed to steal this one. Liam Connors against the run of play. 2. No, and he's only a 2. He can't believe it. He thought the 3 was coming. But Liam Connors landing a big connection there. And almost walking out with the 3 count. But now look at this. The tide has turned once again. No way to tell which way this match is going to end. Several big clotheslines there, and all of a sudden Connors looking ready to put SaLgames away after being put under the pressure for quite some time there in the corner. This is not where Sal wants to be. He needs to get out of there if he can. Oh, wait a minute, what's he thinking? Irish whip. Looking for a big shoulder tackle. We saw that last week against Bob and Alan in the handicap match, the bodyguards. And now look at this, Liam Connors playing to the crowd. The crowd are loving this. We saw last week that fight and determination despite taking a huge beating at the hands of the bodyguards. Fought with all his might. He fought back valiantly. And this week, no different. There's a big Samoan driver and straight into the cover. That could be enough. Did he catch him off guard? No, it's only a 2. And these two fighting hard here and fighting well, but neither of them can land that finishing blow. And now once again wearing him down with the elbows, trying to catch him, and he does. And that's caught Connors open, but Connors going to fight on through the blood. Oh, on a minute, trying to get the DDT into the Northern Lights. This is what cost him last week the chance of the title. Has he done it again? No, it's only 2. And these two just trying to wrap this one up, just can't do it. Went for the DDT into the Northern Lights, flashbacks to the steel cage match last week. But we fight on here. Liam Connors just will not give up. And now look at this, from behind, looking for the big slam down, big connection. And straight into the cover. 1, 2. No! Sal fights on. Connors is furious, slamming the floor in frustration. Liam Connors has not done it yet, but can he do it now? Looking to put him away. The kick to the gut, looking for the double knees. Lifts him up, big connection. This could be it. This could be a big first victory for Liam Connors here in WIW. Into the cover, 1, 2, 3, he's done it. A massive victory for Liam Connors. He fought so hard for so long in what was an amazing battle. He is bleeding, but he fights through the pain. Big win for Liam Connors. And hold on a minute, SaLgames. And a sign of respect there to 2 people who will miss out on the pay-per-view for reasons that weren't at fault of themselves. Massive sign of respect there between these 2. What a fantastic matchup that was. Let's move on down the rest of the card, but a hard act to follow. Big win for Liam Connors. And it looks like before the next match, King Sam is going to come out and address the crowd, the leader of the Wolfpack, preparing for his match for the television championship against Travis. He's been causing a lot of trouble this month. It's been a real problem for the general manager to keep dealing with. He's lucky that he still has this chance after all the trouble that he's been causing. But for King Sam, he's come out here, so let's see what he has to say about his match at the pay-per-view. I'm going to make something very clear, so try your best to keep up. I have no interest in becoming the television champion. I don't want it, I don't need it, I'm too big for it. But I am a smart enough man to know that that title is going to open the door and put me on the path to getting what I really want. And that is the... Oh, look at this. Sam interrupted by Travis Cottrell, who's come out to see what all the fuss is about here from King Sam, claiming he has no interest in the title. And I don't even think he mentioned Travis's name, but Travis clearly wants to come out and address this. These two have a rivalry that dates back a long time. Travis's purest reason for signing to WIW was to remove the threat of the Wolfpack, as well as become champion once they are destroyed. But Travis has his eyes set on the title, and that could lead to the downfall of the Wolfpack if he is victorious. So let's hear what he has to say about what King Sam is saying right now. You're out here talking like you already have the damn title in your hand. Don't you forget that someone will be there at Resurrection to break you in half, and that person is me. Don't think your team will save you either, because they even move at the pay-per-view. My security will take care of them personally. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about you. I mean, can you blame me? Like, seriously. How many times have I beaten you now? Like, every single time? When are you gonna learn? You ain't a match for me. You and I, we're not on the same level. No one is on my level. I am the best in the damn world. Do what you want, but at Resurrection, everything that I want will be coming to me. You're awful confident considering you've hit one of the lowest points of your career. Weren't you supposed to be the world champion? Leader of the greatest team in history? You're falling, Sam. And Steve and Dave alone won't be enough to keep saving you. When I beat you at the pay-per-view, it will begin the rise of Travis Cottrell and the birth of a new era. The tension is truly building between these two, but the question still remains, who will walk out the television champion when it hits Resurrection? It's main event time, the final fight before the pay-per-view. Again, I'm sorry that there was only there were a couple matches short of this show. I don't know what's wrong with this game. It's fucking stupid. We're going to move past it because we're not going to let anything that this game does not gonna let anything this game does ruin what has been a great start to the year for this show. And on Sunday, this show will be resurrected. It will be brand new. We'll be crowning 6 new champions. And tonight, these 4 men, that's right, we have a fatal 4-way to end this show. These 4 men will all be fighting for different titles. First man down to the ring, Original Brad. He will be facing Ryan, as we saw them earlier confront each other, as they will be facing in the co-main event for the WIW Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be a big matchup. Ryan last week sending a big message to Original Brad by attacking him after his cage match, which got him the title fight. But Brad has made a huge impact since returning to WIW. But the question is, can at Resurrection he capture his title that he's been craving for so long? But he's got a tough fight tonight. He's got 3 other men to deal with, and one of them is his opponent for the pay-per-view. It is Ryan Austin, who has come literally out of nowhere since returning to WIW. He did not have a very good run last year, but this year, as I keep saying, is a new year and a new beginning, and Ryan is a perfect example of that. He has ripped the heads off of every one of his opponents so far, and he has destroyed them at extreme levels, and he tried to do the same with Original Brad last week following his cage match to set the marks and straight and make it clear that he is the man who's going to be leaving Resurrection with the heavyweight title. Question is, can he get the job done without the blindside attack that he had to use to beat him? Opponent number 3 making his way down to the ring is someone else with a massive point to prove at the pay-per-view. It is Travis. Travis will be facing King Sam for the television championship at the Resurrection pay-per-view. And Travis has hit difficult times because once again he's against King Sam, and King Sam is one man that he cannot seem to get one over. He's been trying for years. He spent his entire of 2K17 trying to destroy the Wolfpack and make sure they stop before they spiral out of control and become the most dominant force in the WIW and the Resurrection pay-per-view. He has a chance to do just that. Can he resurrect his career here at the pay-per-view against King Sam, become the TV champion, which he once was before, and return to his former glory? The richest man in the business has got a tough task. Can he finally overcome King Sam? It is going to be one hell of a pay-per-view, and this match is going to be one of the highlights of the show. You gotta believe that this one's going to be a classic, and I can't wait for this pay-per-view. We are one fight away from it. The next time you see WIW, it will be at Resurrection. Final man down to this ring, a man who has caused so much controversy over the years here on WIW, and especially this year. The man who tried to replace SaLgames in the semi-finals of the tournament following a first-round upset defeat. This year hasn't been the best of starts to WIW for King Sam, but he is making his impact in small ways, and his win last week against Chris Danger has got him a chance at the television championship. And even despite that, he's turned around and he's pretty much said he doesn't want it, but he says, he sent a message earlier, he said it may not be what he wants, but he knows that this is the stepping stone he needs to take to get where he wants to be. And of course, where he wants to be is in the World Heavyweight title picture, which Brad and Ryan will be competing for at the pay-per-view. And tonight he gets to show his stuff here. A big win could go a long way here. The final fight before Resurrection, a massive fatal four-way, one fall to the finish. It has to be inside the ring, otherwise anything goes, no countouts, no disqualifications. And here we go, look at this, Travis wisely rolling out of the harm's way, but look at this, Brad did not take kindly to that, goes straight for a weapon, and Brad is not having any of it. Snap suplex on the outside. And an interesting choice of matchups here, Ryan going straight for King Sam, really trying to prove himself this year, send a message by beating the top dogs and proving that he really is worthy of being a champion. And now Travis trying to fight off original Brad, who tried to stop the instant ambush of the chair. And Travis, we've seen, hasn't been off to a great start, but he managed to get the title fight thanks to the help of his bodyguards, and they even managed to dispose of Liam Connors for him, who picked up a win earlier in the night. He could be a potential threat to his future title reign if he walks out the champion at Resurrection, but of course he's going to have to beat King Sam, and I'm sure that is going to be easier said than done. Big DDT on the outside. Meanwhile, in the middle of the ring, King Sam got Ryan right where he wants him, setting him up for a curb stomp there. Beautiful connection. Stomping him down on the ground and now looking for a springboard. Big connection. That was quite a distance he travelled there on that springboard. And these four men fighting their hardest, trying to get momentum. Remember, you do not want to get yourself hurt or injured or at risk of harm before the pay-per-view. Sam straight into the first cover of the match, breaks it up, and now looks like Brad and Ryan are going to lock up, and Travis and Sam are going to do the same. Beautiful combination from Sam, and a belly-to-belly suplex, and getting the crowd behind him is original Brad. Oh, look at this. But on the rollout, Ryan shot straight back up to his feet and crashing him in. There's a curb stomp. So much going on at once, I don't even know what to look at. Look in the middle of the ring as Sam setting up for big swanton, or senton, or whatever. I'm losing my train of thought at this point. On Travis in the middle of the ring. And this has been a great show to close. Mayhem was a great show to close what has been a great month. Be sure to vote for your superstar of the month. Whatever you do, try please to avoid voting for yourself. Because if we have one vote for every single superstar on the roster, it's not going to get us anywhere. Be sure to vote for who you think has been the best this month. You have realistically up until the Resurrection pay-per-view, but just a little bit before, just to give you guys some time to consolidate your answers, think through. King Sam once again just trying to get away with the cover, but Brad once again not letting it happen. And Brad and Sam seem to be keeping their distance from each other here tonight. Don't seem to be locking into combat. And now King Sam's going to go deal with Ryan. Maybe a mutual alliance there, just trying to deal with the opposing threats that they have for the pay-per-view. And now Original Brad's going to try and steal the cover here, and it's a 2 count. And that's the best so far. Best prior to that was only a 1. And now Brad trying to wear down Travis with the elbows. King Sam watching Ryan. 2 very similar styles of ending a match there with the punt kicks and the running knee. But now look at this. Brad over there on the top rope, looking for an old school connection. Nearly snapping the arm of Original Brad. Oh, look at this. Ryan caught him off guard there. Wasn't quite ready for it. Looking for a powerbomb maybe. Scoops him up. Oh, look at this. Oh no, what's he thinking? Off the turnbuckle. Big connection, and he's got him right where he wants him. Trapped in that corner and now stomping away on him. And Travis was in trouble for a moment there, but Ryan managed to come and make the save. And now Travis has found an opening himself, smashing the knee of Ryan, trying to do the damage if possible. Look at this. Travis taking the time to dance here, enjoying the work he's doing. Hasn't got off to a particularly brilliant start in this one, but now trying to fight it back as much as possible. There's a Pele kick on Ryan, and look at this. Beautiful teamwork between him and Sam there. Oh, a beautiful move there. Smashing him down with the knee there and the fireman's carry neck breaker. Look at this. Beautiful work here between Sam and Travis there. Lovely little bit of teamwork. And clearly it's been working well here. These teams and allies that are formed, Sam and Brad have been allies until this point. They haven't attacked each other, and this is the first time they have. And now Trav, what's he thinking? He's sending Ryan to the outside, but Brad is now inside. Hold on a minute, Brad, looking to wrap it up. Battle axe, connection, big connection. He could wrap it up here. Wait, no, Travis trying to stop him from making the cover. I think he's going to do just that. An Original Brad now firing shots at Travis in the corner. He is rampaging through all 3 of these men. Original Brad really showing his power and prowess here. And now he has Sam exactly where he wants him. Can make the cover to win this matchup following the battle axe. Is it going to be enough? Ryan might be able to get back in time. I don't think he's going to. No, Sam kicks out on his own accord. And not for the first time, Sam kicks out of the battle axe. So wait a minute, Pele kick. Caught him by surprise there, and straight into the cover of his own. He could steal it here. 2. Ryan's got no. And that could have been signs of things to come there, but he couldn't quite do it. And now look at this. All 3 of these men are targeting Original Brad after the onslaught that he just put upon them. And Ryan with the Pele kick there that didn't quite wrap up the match. And now look at this. Sam and Travis trading shots in the middle of the ring. This match could go either way. And Sam looking to try and make it go his way. Looking for a big powerbomb. Bridging into a cover. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2. And Travis is going to roll out harm's way. And Ryan tosses Original Brad on the outside. And now King Sam follows. And now going to work away on Ryan. He's picked his target. And what an interesting sequence there. I thought maybe the win was there for the battle axe. But then as distracted when dealing with Travis, Sam had enough time to recover and kick out at the count of 2. And then Ryan came back in with the Pele kick. And now King Sam working away on him. Trav and Brad are down on the outside. This could be the opening that Sam needs. If he can land maybe the landslide, it could be all over for him. Oh, wait a minute. Ryan trying to capitalise. Couldn't quite do it. Springs away out of harm's way into a Northern Lights. Decided not to bridge into a cover. And now Travis once again tossed into that corner. And a big running clothesline. Oh, look at that stunner. A stunner from Ryan. The return of the stunner. The first time we've seen him do that in this series. Straight into the cover. Brad needs to stop it. He hasn't even noticed. Ryan's going to pick it up. No! Sam kicks out. And now look at this. Brad. Brad on the opposite side. Looking once again for old school. Looking to wrap it up. The stunner didn't prove effective. But maybe this old school might. For the second time. Trying to destroy the arms of Travis. And a double axe handle there. Straight into the cover goes Brad. Could try and wrap it up. Ryan's going to break it up though. This has been a fantastic main event. And now Brad looking for battle axe. And no, Ryan once again gets the others to safety. These two clearly with a grudge against each other. And Ryan there with a huge chop on the corner. And now Brad's gonna roll out of harm's way, and that could have set up Travis perfectly for the cover. King Sam's gonna try and make the save, but it's a 2 count. Did not need the save, but now Ryan's in a good position, but now King Sam trying to fight on as well. But look at this. Sam wisely. Just going to let them fight on. Oh, but sees an opening. Bridges into a suplex. And now he's got Ryan with everyone else down. Oh, look at this. Taking time to talk to the crowd. Look at this. And now, King Sam looking confident. Didn't expect to see this level of confidence this late into the match. I mean, you know what Sam's like, always confident in himself, and a massive lawn dart there. And now Original Brad picks up his opponent for Resurrection. Could be looking for the end here. Spinebuster! Spinebuster by Original Brad. And with Matt now on the outside, Travis and Sam. Sam might not be able to break this one up here. He does. He breaks it up, rolling into the ring. I don't think he really intended to. And a cover of his own, which Brad breaks up. And anyone can win this match at this point. Question is, who can do it? Brad dragging Sam to the corner, and that impact on the turnbuckle caused him to bleed. And now look at this. Look at it, crashed him once again off the turnbuckle. And now Original Brad once again looking for battle axe. Second time on Sam. Major connection. Needs to lay down into the cover. He needs to pin him. Now is the opportunity. With Travis not paying attention, a powerbomb his own. 1, 2. Brad's going to steal it. Brad does. And Brad with the battle axe for the second time in this match picks up a huge momentum win coming into the Resurrection pay-per-view. It may not have been the cover on Ryan like I'm sure he would have wanted, but a big fight. That was a beautiful axe kick there earlier, and Brad, that was the first battle axe that couldn't quite get the job done thanks to the interruption from Travis, but when uninterrupted was able to score the victory. A huge main event of epic proportions, and Original Brad walks out the victor. But the question is, can he repeat that next show at the pay-per-view? Can we see Original Brad walking out the new WIW World Heavyweight Champion? Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this first month of Friday Fight Night and Monday Night Mayhem. The next time you see the show, it will be on Sunday at the Resurrection pay-per-view, where we will crown 6 new champions and WIW will be reborn. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and comment your thoughts and feelings on what you've been seeing in this show. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will catch you all in the next episode as we see Original Brad heading out, closing the show. A big victory for him here tonight. I will catch you all in the next episode. Peace.